What's up, guys? Wiggy here, workingclassfitness.com, and I want to talk about why some fighters can look absolutely jacked while other guys look like a bunch of drunks. So I got an email the other day on Facebook from my buddy Edward. He had just watched a recent UFC event, and he was kind of wondering what was going on with some of the guys he was watching. See, there was a couple lightweights fighting, and all other things being equal, they're roughly the same size, or same height, obviously the same weight. One guy was totally jacked, while the other guy, as Edward's words said, they looked like his dad drunk at last year's Christmas party. Now, why do some guys, even though they're roughly the same height and roughly the same weight, some guys are totally jacked, but other guys just aren't? How does that happen? Well, basically, you've got three main reasons. The first one is that the guys just don't train for it. There's a lot of fighters that, maybe they don't lift weights, or they don't lift weights in order to build muscle, or they don't do a lot of strength training. So simply, their workouts just don't lend themselves to looking jacked. Reason number two would be that, well, honestly, they just don't work that hard. I know, even though these guys are in the UFC, and I'm not saying anything about either one of these fighters because I don't know them and I don't know their training styles or what their workouts look like, but it's not uncommon to see pro athletes at, in any sport at almost any level, even the elite levels, still just not train as hard as they should. I mean, we've all seen fights where guys gassed and, lost fights just because they weren't in shape. That's the one thing a fighter can always handle and can always take care of. So, sometimes a fighter just doesn't look good because he just doesn't train hard. And the last reason is that, I hate to say this because this is a real common excuse a lot of guys use, is it just could be genetics. One guy just, no matter what he did, he's naturally just going to look jacked, and the other guy is just going to look like a drunk, and it doesn't really matter what they do. I mean, I've seen guys that they don't work out hard, but they're always lean and muscular, and they just have that body type. Other guys, can work out like crazy, but yet they still don't ever look much more than normal. They might be strong, they might be fast, they might have great cardio, but they just don't have that look because it just wasn't in their DNA. So if you're looking to not only be jacked, but look jacked and be strong and fast and all that, keep those three things in mind. Make sure your workout program is this kind of thing that's going to get you there. Make sure you're working hard enough, and then realize in the end, it's still going to always end up being down to your genetics anyway. Now, if you want the right kind of workout that can get you jacked and get you in fighting shape, right about here somewhere, there's a link. And if that's not working, then check out under this video or to the side of the video or somewhere around here. There's a link. Go click that link, enter your email address. I'll send you not only a free workout that you can use that's a sample for my Killer MMA workouts program, but a list of 17 exercises you want to make sure that your entire program should be centered around. That way you can try, and the very next time you go to the gym, and see what it feels like to work out like a pro fighter. Sound good? All right, we'll catch you in the next video. Train hard, rest hard, play hard. A UFC event the other day. A UFC event? What the fuck's a UFC event? Is that right there next to the UFC air conditioner? And the other guy is just gonna look like a drunk, Right about here somewhere,